Okay, hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back for another episode of the Free to Be podcast, where we are going through the Tao Te Ching verse by verse. This is a series, you could call it. Welcome. So grateful and happy that you have found yourself here. We are going through verse 6 today. Let's dive in. And if you haven't listened to the first 5, I would totally recommend starting at verse 1. And I trust you have found yourself exactly where you're meant to be. All right, so also something that just came into my awareness over this past week, listening to an awesome human being and their experience with the Tao, I felt like I was receiving their wisdom as it's like a way. It's like moving. It's a way. I'm going to leave it at that. I also, though, am hearing it's a wave. The Tao, like, can you touch it? Can you eat it? Is it a way of being? Is it a philosophy? A wisdom teaching, a religion, and Taoism is, though even in there they might say it's more of a way of life. I would have to look that up. But it's cool because it's peeling back layers and bringing forth new ideas that aren't actually new, but to me they are. So let's go into verse number 6. The Tao is called the Great Mother. Empty yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. Take a deep breath in with me, in through the nose. Hold it at the top. And release, let something go. I really love this. I am just loving the feminine energy that I feel like the Tao is being associated with. The Tao is called the Great Mother. Curious, when you think of the Great Mother, what words arise for you? The Great Mother. Just list them off out loud or type them in the comments. For me, when I think of the Great Mother, it makes me think of the cosmic mother, the infinite mother, the eternal giver. Makes me think of nourishment. It makes me think of cosmic, like the Milky Way, like cosmic nourishment, like breast milk. It makes me think of being nourished entirely. It makes me think of love. It makes me think of care. It makes me think of creation, of life force energy, life-giving energy, protection. Those are things that come to me. Wisdom, intelligence, freedom, intimacy, and tenderness. Makes me think of raw truth. What is natural? Makes me think of selflessness. So I just wanted to share and talk about that because all those things the Tao is like. The Tao is called the Great Mother. Empty, yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. empty yet inexhaustible. This is interesting that it refers to itself as empty yet inexhaustible, because when I think, like my personal experience thus far in my life, when I think of the divine mother or feminine, I think of, this is beautiful, like she is essentially, even in our nature, our design, like, if you can see on video, you can see here, it's like the oval, the O, the circle that's desiring to be filled. And so even in our makeup and our beautiful yoni, it's like the masculine penetrates that, it fills that, it gives its seed, its life force into that, and then we create with that. When I think of the divine mother and I think of like woman and I think of the divine feminine, I also tend to think of, like, I don't know about you, but I am like always wanting more. I'm like more and the desire to be filled, to be fulfilled, to be full. And oh man, and yet she, the great mother, in this context of the Tao, is empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to new life. So you cannot exhaust it, you cannot overdo it. I'm curious about this. In eggs. Unable to be used up because existing in abundance. That is the definition of inexhaustible. When I think of the divine mother, nourishment, this overflow of giving, of life force energy, and I think of Mother Nature, I do think of abundance. Nature provides. Nature is abundant. Naturally, we are. Okay. So, this is beautiful. Empty, yet inexhaustible. Again, it's bringing forth the perplexity of life, the duality of life, the both and, the beauty, the unable to be used up because existing in abundance. She already is that, yet empty. Words cannot do it justice, I presume. Empty, yet inexhaustible. Cannot use it up. It gives birth to infinite worlds. Infinite worlds. Empty yet inexhaustible. It gives birth to infinite worlds. It is always present within you. We all have the divine mother, the divine father, masculine, feminine, the great mother, the great father. These archetypes we could also go into in another episode, but like, we all have all of it within us, right? Empty yet inexhaustible, it gives birth to infinite worlds. It always is present within you. The Tao, which is called the Great Mother, is always present within you. It is not separate from this emptiness yet inexhaustibleness that gives birth to infinite worlds. It's always present within you, and you can use it any way you want. If that is not sovereign, creative, creator, power and initiation and authority, I don't really know what is. And of course, I mean, I've been relating it to a lot of Christian teachings throughout this whole series because my background is Catholicism, and I love Jesus, aka Yeshua, and also, I find joy in creating parallels in whatever has created up my entire experience to be exactly where I am here now. While also, practicing discernment always. But like, I am me, and I've gone through all my life experiences for a purpose, for a reason, and none of it's on accident or wasted or to just be Control-Alt-Deleted. It's all valuable, actually, just like for you as well. All of your life's journey is valuable and has led you right here and where you're going. So anyways, it makes me think of when Jesus tells us God is inside of you, God is within. The Tao is always present within you. You can use it any way you want. It also gives birth to infinite worlds. This is like so many different, wherever you go in life, I have experienced, and I feel like we are often given the opportunity in the mirror to be reflected back to ourselves, to be reminded of our own actual power, the gift that it is to be human, the gift, and with that comes great responsibility when you take ownership of your life and you're realizing, oh my gosh, it's all pointing back to me and the God in me, or the Tao that's present within me, this creatorship ability. Or hey, you've heard create your own reality, or Eckhart Tolle, or Wayne Dyer, like change the way you look at things, or change the way you think, and the things that you look at change. Like all of these things, it's coming back to us and the power that we have within our mind, or a shift in perspective, or the attitude that we choose, the way that we choose to walk and be in every moment is in alignment with sovereignty, which is the beautiful gift of like, actually you're not a victim, actually you're not a martyr, like we don't have to live that way. It's actually more brave to allow ourselves to take that creative responsibility and to walk hand in hand with the divine, with love, with the God inside of you, with Yeshua, with the Tao, with the universe, with whatever it might be that feels really good to you, or Krishna, or who, like, it could be anything. And that's part of the free will that we also have as creator beings and being here on this earth plane. And though if you get into the Gene Keys and Richard Rudd, he sometimes goes as far to say we don't even have free will, because oftentimes we think that we do and we know what we want. But we also were so divinely made, and it's all kind of just happening. And same, like, even astrologically, it's like we can work well. It's such a beautiful dance. It's the both and. It's not this or that. It's the both and. It's the trusting this to the divine will and trusting the divine orchestration and design, and also taking the reins with love and trust and surrender, and also our own like creative force, life force, energy, and will. And it's a practice. I think it comes to your own personal relationship with that which you are in union with. And let's take a deep breath here and just praying, trusting that it's landing where it's meant to. Thank you, Creator, for being with us here today. How fun is that? You can use it any way you want. You can use it any way you want. So who do you want to be? How do you want to be? How do you want to live? What kind of legacy do you want to make? What kind of mark do you want to leave? Who do you choose to be? Because all of creation is listening and depends on it. So I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. I pray that this served you and lit you up in some way. And I would love to know, I want to hear what is coming up for you. What is the Tao revealing to you? What are you praying for? What are you creating? What are you reflecting on? What new ideas are coming forth? What miracles are happening? What questions do you have? Please put them in the comments. I'm here for this conversation and really grateful for your tuning in. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.